video. Today we are doing a what I eat in a day. I'm just kind of at this point, this is a video tailored to those who are trying to maintain their weight, but also being a little bit more conscious with summertime coming up. Maybe you have some trips coming up, weddings, maybe you are a bride or a groom. You just want to like clean up the diet a little bit, but nothing too drastic. This is a typical what I eat in a day, but I'm also trying to just be a little bit more mindful and make sure I'm getting all my veggies in, being really balanced, and also staying active and stuff. Today is Wednesday, so this is just a typical like weekday what I eat. You guys know I've mentioned this so many times. I usually like to eat my breakfast much later than the average person because I like to intermittent fast. Intermittent fasting just helps me kind of regulate my hunger. I don't get hungry as early on in the day, and then therefore I'm like kind of eating less than I normally would, which just kind of helps with like my calorie intake and making sure I'm not gaining weight, but rather maintaining. I went grocery shopping yesterday at Trader Joe's. I usually don't go grocery shopping at Trader Joe's, but I was just near there and didn't feel like going all the way to the other stores. They have a pretty great selection. The bread I love to eat sourdough bread with my like breakfast sandwich toast, but I did notice the ingredients aren't as straightforward as I'd like them to be, so I guess just keep that in mind that usually I get my bread from whichever grocery store like Kroger or Whole Foods, like their bakery aisle, and I try to get the bread with the most minimal legible ingredients. And then something else to note is that I love pasture-raised eggs. If you guys aren't familiar with pasture-raised eggs are basically just chickens that are raised freely on a large pasture. They can roam as they please. They eat better, whereas like, you know, most cartons of eggs come from chickens who are living in crammed, kind of unhealthy, almost inhumane conditions, and therefore these eggs, they just taste better. I'm not gonna claim that I know that the nutrients are better. I mean, an egg is an egg, but I just noticed that these yolks specifically are much more like a deep, rich color, and I do notice a difference in the taste. They just taste more rich. But Trader Joe's, I wanted to get 2 cartons because there's been like an egg shortage, and I was at the checkout line and they said I could only get 1 carton, and I was like, okay, great. But anyways, let's go ahead. I'm gonna make a egg, avocado, sourdough toast situation for my breakfast. She is just perfect. Is ready. I guess it's worth noting that I only do half of an avocado. These breads are actually quite large. My bread is usually half the size of this. I also forgot to mention that I had my coffee this morning. I always have just a cup of black coffee every morning. I didn't show it just because I've like made it on here a million times, but I only had half a cup because I may or may not go out to get a coffee later or make a latte like later on in the day. So I try to, if I know I'm gonna have like a latte or iced coffee, I try to like have less of my black coffee so that I'm not like overloaded on the caffeine. I'm gonna eat this, watch a little YouTube video. If anyone has any YouTuber recommendations, I've been meaning to ask people. I would love to find some new people to watch, just like your favorite comfort vlogger, so let me know in the comments down below. as you guys know, I'm wanting to clean up my diet, but I also want to eat things that are enjoyable and that I look forward to. I feel like a little healthy twist on a stir fry sounds really good. I just know that my body needs a ton of vegetables right now. I have all my vegetables washed and ready to go. We've got green onion, regular white onion, broccoli, cabbage, bell pepper, carrots, and mushrooms. I think those are all the veggies. I'm just gonna go ahead and start chopping them up like really small. I'm making like a stir fry udon with chicken. I also want to try to make sure that things are not super wet so that they don't steam when they hit the stove, rather than get nice and sauteed. So I just seasoned the chicken with all those spices. Here are all the veggies cut up, letting the carrots kind of dry right there. I think first I'm going to cook the chicken, and then in that same pot I'm gonna go ahead and saute all the vegetables, and then I'm gonna boil my noodles. I'm using these Thai wheat noodles. I went to Trader Joe's and they didn't have udon noodles. Now, I don't know if these are the same as udon, but they look very similar, kind of like a more thick noodle. So that's what I want. And these, you literally only have to boil them for 30 seconds. I'm trying to keep it like minimal dishes as possible. The reason I'm gonna cook the vegetables in the same pot after the chicken is because once the chicken cooks, I feel like it leaves a little cast of flavor on there that can then infuse into the veggies, if that makes sense. Dinner is ready. It's served and she looks so good. She tastes so good. Shall we do a taste test? Balance-wise, it's exactly what I need. I also sliced the chicken super thin so that it cooked very quick. I'm also using chicken from Box Halal. They have really great quality meats. I got a code with them, so if you ever decide to purchase from Box Halal, make sure you use my code to save some money. I might add a little bit more soy sauce to mine because I like mine very savory and like umami. I also like to use this chili oil. Please don't mind the messy background, but so excited. I just started a new show. It's on Hulu. It's called Tell Me Lies. It's a drama about a relationship, and I literally only watched the first episode. I love a good romance storyline, so I'll see how it goes and let you guys know if it's worth watching. We had some blood orange soda in the fridge that I got from Trader Joe's, I think last week. So I just poured myself a little glass of it just because I don't want it to go to waste. I usually don't really have a drink with dinner. If I do, it's like a Poppi, sometimes the sparkling water. Yeah, I'm gonna eat my food, watch my show, and then probably have a little sweet treat in a little bit.